in climate change. Actually, I'm wondering why. Of course, the EU...
It is not clear at this stage how the US withdrawal from the Paris Agreement will affect future emissions. The next IPCC reports will assess global drivers and trends in emissions. What effect will US withdrawal have on the Paris Agreement? The US is the only major emitter to have withdrawn. Given the bottom-up nature of the agreement and the commitment of other major emitters, it appears the agreement will continue.
The things that President Trump said in his speech yesterday, were they factually correct?
The thing that we don't know is the trend of US emissions as a result of this decision. And as I said in my answer, there are many, many factors that will influence that. It's quite possible that US emissions will continue to fall, whether they're in the Paris Agreement or not, for example. There are many, many uncertainties around this. I know it's very, very difficult in this.
Again, I'm going to go back to the term I used, the worst case scenario. Could you please, I know that you can't get into every detail and you can't, it's admittedly complex, but in the worst case scenario.
Well, I'm not a scientist myself, so I wouldn't know what the scenario is, but I think... Yeah.
Of course, we haven't run new model runs overnight, but the indications are that it could be in the worst case scenario in the order of 0.3 degrees Celsius. But that is, as you said, that's worst case scenario, and this is probably not what will happen.
Is continuing and spreading to places.
Let me add, we need science more than ever to inform policymakers about climate risks and options to reduce risks. Sub-national action is key to reducing greenhouse gas emissions and implementing adaptation when this is not happening at the federal level, and the IPCC conference on cities and climate change science next year in Edmonton, Canada, will be a key opportunity to build and share action-oriented knowledge.
Okay, I would like to invite Tariq from the WHO